Hello ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. We're doing another unboxing today. We're going to be unboxing the anticipated Shadespire? I don't know, obviously we first learned about this at the start of the year, which was an interesting one. We got a little teaser trailer and everybody sort of turned to each other and went, what on earth is this? Well, we've got it, it's coming out next week, so that's the 21st of October, and this is it. So we've got a copy ahead of time, we're going to have a quick look at it. So there's the front, nice piece of art on the front, and it's part of their Warhammer Underworld series. So obviously we've just got Shadespire at the moment, but it does mean that we might get some more stuff in the future, which is always good. So on the back here, it's a bit of a blurb of what the game is, as usual. So we've got a look at the building the miniatures. We've got some pre-built up that we'll have a look at that in a bit. Deck construction, which is one of the elements of the game, and just sort of having a good look at all the bits and bobs that are involved in the game. So yeah, 2 players, 30 minutes, 12 plus. 30 minutes, more like an hour from what I've played. I've played a couple of games. Anyway, so unbox this. Put that somewhere over there. There we go. Yeah, so on the edge we've also got a bit of art for the other war bands that are coming. So we've got the Khorne Bloodbound and the Stormcast Eternals in this box. And then we've got the Iron Jaws that are coming soon. And there's it. And then we got the Spectral Guard. So we've got skeletons. So yeah, so this is let's get it right way up. So first thing we got in the box is we've got some punch outs for all the objectives and all of the tokens and the wound trackers and the activation tokens there. And in this little pack as well, we've got the 2 boards. So the boards are really interesting. Each player basically chooses the boards and set it up how they would. So either they match long ways, parallel long ways, or short ways, which is quite cool. So we've got that. Then we've got the rulebook itself. So it's quite a little rulebook, and we've got the instructions leaflet on the back as well. So interesting thing about the models is they don't require any kind of glue. They do need to be snipped out, as obviously you can see we've got sprues in there, so they need to be snipped off the sprues. If you're like a regular wargamer, then you've probably got some glue, so you might as well glue them together. But if you're a board gamer, because this is a bit of a hybrid game, so it's aimed at both the wargamers and the board gamers out there, or anyone really, it's very open and seems very cool. It's got very easy to learn rules, but it definitely seems like it's got an element of you could master it and really be good at it. But yeah, so we've got the rulebook there, so it's got a bit of fluff in it about the game itself, because obviously it's set in the city of Shadespire, which is basically the leaders of Shadespire essentially found a way to become sort of immortal, and Nagash, the Lord of the Undead, wasn't happy about that because he wasn't getting his souls, so he basically put the city between 2 realms, and now everyone's trapped there and they're eternal and damned to live forever, but there's, skeletons, the usual kind of thing. So we've got the Stormcast sprue here, so 2 sprues, just sort of, well, it's 1 sprue, but 2 sprues put together. So you've got your 3 fighters on there, really easy to put together. I think they've all got about 3 parts or so, and they've got nice terrain, nice sort of sculpted terrain for their bases. So that's them, they're in blue. So yeah, we've got coloured plastic this time, not just grey, which is nice, especially if you're sort of just looking to pick up this game, not looking to do any painting for it. That's quite nice. And then we've got the Khorne guys, who are warband of 5, whereas the Stormcast are warband of 3. Again, same thing. The usual kind of quality from GW's design department in terms of putting the sprues together in a way that means they'll be able to be pushed together, which is pretty cool. Yeah. And in the bottom of the box, we've got dice. So they've got custom dice for this. So you've got 5 white ones, which are the attack dice, and 5 black ones, which are the defense dice. You've got varying numbers of symbols, which obviously have different effects in the game. So those. We've also got 2 pre-built. Not that one. Yeah, there we go. So you've got 2 pre-built decks. So 1 for the Bloodbound, 1 for the Stormcast Eternals. So they've got all of your power cards and your objective cards. So I might have a look at those in a second. Then you've got these. So these are quite cool. So these are basically a little bundle of extra cards. So some in-faction cards and some generic cards, in terms of, so both power and objective cards. So that's quite cool. So you can, once you've got used to the game, used to the pre-built decks, you can start customizing yourself according to the rules of the deck building. We've got some bags. Again, blessed be whoever put these in here, because they're clearly thinking with their head on for all of your tokens and your dice and stuff like that. And we've got a little cheeky little Age of Sigmar ad in the bottom. And that's it. If there's anything hidden. So yeah, that's everything that's in the box. So we'll quickly pop one of these guys. And we got there eventually. Yeah, so we just got a card on the front, just almost a divider. Yeah, so first things we got are the fighter cards. So they've got two sides. They've got their normal side, and they've got their inspired side. So essentially, in the game, the characters become inspired. The Stormcasts, their trigger, or the thing that needs to happen to for them to become inspired, is when they defend. They roll a shield or a critical, and they get flipped over. Usually, characters will get a bonus attack. Bright Shield here, it's a bit of a beast. She gets a reaction against people who fail to hit her in close combat. She gets an extra attack, and she gets an extra defense dice. So if you've seen GW's a little bit about the game, I'll just quickly go over what everything is if you haven't seen that. So you've also got the character model, you've got a nice little bit of art, you've got a name, what faction she's from, you've got an attack which has got a range, number of dice you roll, and the symbol you're looking for. So you're looking for hammers with Angrad, and how much damage it does if it hits. It's not per dice, it's just if it hits. You've got her Inspire, she can move 3 hexes, she gets 1 defense dice for defending, and she has 4 wounds. And there's a little bit of fluff there. And it's the same thing, so you've got Orin the Bold, so it's the guy with the big hammer, and Severin. So then we move on to objectives. So you've got a number of objectives here. You've got Stormcast Eternal ones, which are the ones with the hammer in the symbol, hammer in the left hand. So they give you a little bit of fluff, and they'll give you how you score it. And at the bottom, the little gold symbol is how many glory you score. So for instance, this one, or Inspiring, if you kill 2 or more fighters, you can have 1 glory. At the end of the game, because the game is 3 rounds long, if you've got all your guys still alive, you get 3. So we've got lots of those. We've got lots of generic ones about capturing objectives. Then we've got the power cards, which are separated into 2 different types. You've got ploy cards, which are the ones with the daggers. They're essentially free to play in the power phase. So you've got this one, which is choose a friendly fighter, put them on guard. So guard's really good for defending. You get to count both symbols, so the shield and the evade, as successes, rather than just whatever your character card says. And you've also got upgrades. So these are ones with little cogs in the left-hand side, top left-hand here. So this one is also restricted to Bright Shield. So usually any restrictions are down here. So these cost 1 glory to play in your power phase. The glory, you don't lose it for final scoring. It's just to play the objective, to play the upgrade, I should say. And we got all those. So that's what the decks are like. So you've got dice. So just D6, custom D6s. So obviously the white ones, as I said earlier, are the attacking ones. So you've got swords, hammers. You've got the support icons. So this is if you have 1 support in the game. So if you have a fighter adjacent to your target, you can use these ones. And there's no fighter adjacent to them that's going to help them. You get to use these ones as successes. If you've got 2 fighters adjacent to the target, you get to use this one as well. And you've got criticals. Criticals essentially trump everything. If both players roll a critical for attack and defense, they cancel each other out. And if there are any other successes on either side, it depends what becomes a successful defense or attack. The black defense dice got the same thing, so it's got supporting symbols. So if you've got an adjacent character from your warband to the attacker, you get to use one of those. And if you've got 2, you get to use one of those. You've got shields and you've got evades. So these are the normal ones. So the corn guys, you can use the evades. The Stormcast use shields. And then you've got criticals as well. So same thing applies. So those are the dice. So we'll be back in a moment, folks, and we'll go have a look at the models themselves. Build up. see you in a second. Alright, welcome back folks. Yeah, so we're going to have a quick look at the assembled models, because obviously it's always nice to see those. So yeah, we'll go for the Stormcast Eternals first. So first off we've got Severin Steelheart, there he is. Very nice. Because obviously recently they've sort of given all of the Stormcast Eternals, like, they've unhelmeted them, unmasked them. So yeah, he's just holding his helmet here. I think he's a Liberator Prime? He's got a strange rank we've never seen before. Anyway, yeah. So he's got a nice cloak, nice plume on his helmet, a big old broadsword. So there's that guy. So then we've got Bright Shield. So she's one of the second female Stormcast we've ever seen. So that's quite cool. Well, it was the first one we saw, but the second one we've ever got, because the character in the Blood War box was a female as well. So that's quite cool. Yeah, so she's just sort of decked out like a normal Liberator. So she's got a shield and a hammer. And then we've got Orin, however you pronounce his name. So he's got one of the grand weapons from the normal units. So there he is. He's got quite a nice bit of scenic stuff on his base, just there. A nice sort of Sigmarite helmet statue thing. So moving on to Bloodbound. So we got this guy. I can't remember what their names are. Because I know this guy's Slake, because we got this guy who's Slake the Bloodied. So that's one of them. So we got this guy. He's got Big Axe, who's probably like one of the deadliest fighters for the Stormcast in the starter box, because he can do a lot of damage. And we got the leader. We've got, I think it's Targor. Then we got, he's called the Chained. I can't remember his name, but yeah, he's got a range 2 attack, which is actually the only natural range 2 attack in the game, or in the starter box anyway, which is quite cool. So there we go. So there are all of the models. All the models for the Khorne Warband. And all the models for the Stormcast Warband. So that's it. That's everything in the star box. Obviously, we've got the Iron Jaws and the Spectral Guard coming. So that's gonna be quite cool. So hopefully we'll do a little unboxing for those guys as well when they come out. Yeah, so it's a super interesting game. I've had a couple of games of it now. It's quite good. We've also got organised play coming for it as well, so lots of tournament stuff. Hopefully it's going to happen in the future. Yeah, so it's coming out on the 21st. Here at Athena Games we'll be doing 10% off, so it'll be £36. And we're now doing pre-orders for it. So if you're interested, send us a Facebook message or something like that. Yeah, and we've got a pre-order bonus as well for a limited time only. Well, until stocks last, we've got some really nice we've got some nice shattered alternate art cards for all of the characters in the warbands, which is quite cool. So they've got a glossy effect and they've got like a shattered glass effect. They're very cool. Alright, thanks so very much for watching, guys. We'll see you later.